What is good, YouTube? And today we are back with another video. Today I'm reacting to the top 10 one versus many battles in anime. So just gonna see what they got for us. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Play the odds.
Fire style, majestic destroyer flame.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 one versus many battles in anime. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the times in anime where one lone combatant took on several foes at once. It doesn't matter whether they win or lose, just so long as they put up one hell of a fight. As a result, expect plenty of bodies and spoilers along the way.
Before we get towards the end, I bet y'all it's gonna be that scene on Naruto with Madara was facing everybody.
Number 10, Eraserhead vs Villains, My Hero Academia. Good to know that UA High's strictest teacher bites just as much as he barks.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick.
While he can come across as something of a sharp-tongued jerk at times, above all else, the hero known as Eraserhead only cares about preparing his students for the long road ahead. When the League of Villains launch a surprise attack, he doesn't hesitate to protect Izuku and the rest by diving headfirst into the fray.
Now which one of you gutter punks is next?
Given how his quirk can deactivate the powers of all other superhumans around him, he managed to kick a phenomenal amount of ass all by himself, at least until Nomu shows up.
I am not the final boss.
Number 9, Gilgamesh vs Ryder's army, Fate Zero. Heroes of bygone ages, both larger than life, with power that could cripple nations, but only one can come out on top. In spite of their colossal egos, both of these servants find themselves finding mutual respect for one another as the Fourth Holy Grail War reaches its conclusion, culminating in a battle between their noble phantasms. While Ryder is able to summon numerous warriors to aid him in the mother of all charges, it sadly pales before Gilgamesh's greatest treasure, the sword known as Ia.
Hi, I'm Brittany Unker. I'm an HDD product.
Ia. Watching the boisterous yet endearing Ryder fall at the final hurdle is still a death that gets us every time we see it. Number 8, Asuka vs the mass-produced Evas, End of Evangelion. While there are certainly parts of this film that are questionable, there's no denying that Asuka's last stand remains one of the greatest rampages of all time.
There's no way I can lose!
With Gendo Ikari messing everything up for humanity, it's not long before the Nerve facility comes under siege, with the mysterious organization even tossing in a few Eva units of their own to spice things up. The only thing standing in their way is an extremely pissed off Asuka. While she manages to slay her way through dozens of mechanical monstrosities, she's ultimately overwhelmed, meeting a very bloody end in the process. That looked like it hurt. Number 7, Luffy vs Fishman. One Piece. Just when you thought that the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates couldn't have grown any stronger during that 2-year training period, we see him pull off something like this. In order to free Fishman Island from a tyrannical insurgents led by the conceited Hody Jones, the Straw Hats find themselves taking on 100,000 fishmen, all of whom are rather eager to tear them apart. While the odds are astronomically stacked against them, Luffy is able to single-handedly cut down the enemy force without lifting a finger, all thanks to the power of Conqueror's Haki. There's nothing quite like watching 50,000 men drop like flies. Number 6, Spike vs the Red Dragon Syndicate, Cowboy Bebop. All future evil organizations, please take note. The last thing you want is to have the galaxy's slickest bounty hunter gunning for you when he's got nothing left to lose.
I'm not going there to die. I'm going to find out if I'm really alive.
After finally reuniting with Julia and subsequently having her die in his arms, Spike pretty much decides to say screw it and takes the battle to Vicious. Armed with nothing more than his trusty gun and a few grenades, the Space Cowboy storms the Red Dragon Syndicate's stronghold and manages to shoot his way through a multitude of its guards, all leading up to the now iconic standoff with his former comrade.
I told you before, Spike. I'm the only one who can kill you and set you free.
Number 5, Uvogin vs Shadow Beasts and Mafia, Hunter x Hunter. What better introduction to the fascinating band of thieves and murderers known as the Phantom Troop than through their most destructive member? A beast of a man who thrives on chaos, Uvogin was more than happy to take on the full force of the Mafia, including the animalistic living weapons known as the Shadow Beasts. Surprise, surprise, he dispatches them all with ease. Even after being poisoned, torn at, and even getting leeches stuffed into his body, Uvogin's able to power through it all and leave a graveyard in his wake. Number 4, Cocytus vs Lizardmen, Overlord 2. We all know that Ainzel Gon is the most powerful thing to ever exist in this vast fantasy world, with each of his guardians at least measuring up to his strength to some extent. By those odds, there's nothing they can't decimate with ease. Even so, after spending time with the likes of Zaryusu and the rest of the Lizardmen, we were hoping that they would find some way to survive the upcoming battle. Sadly, even with their best efforts combined, none are a match for Cocytus, who manages to cut them to shreds with just a few swings. Number 3, Guts vs 100 Soldiers, Berserk. Nobody puts Guts in a corner. Surrounded by the Knights of Tudor, Guts has no choice but to fight his way through in order to give Casca time to escape.
Go back to the sheath your master holds.
Arby's new side snacker menu. Over 20 snacks, treats, and drinks, all under $3. Treat snacks.
To escape.
Go back to the sheath your master holds. Go back to Griffith.
What follows is an almost majestic symphony of animated carnage as Guts cuts and bludgeons his way through every new enemy that gets in his way. Despite suffering all manner of wounds, the leader of the Hawks Raiders manages to survive the assault, leaving 100 enemy soldiers dead and buried before the dawn breaks. Number 2, Bradley vs Rebels, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's another good anime right there. That's another one of the best animes. It's one of my favorite animes. Good storyline, one of the best storylines.
You have to hand it to the Führer, he's a persistent bastard.
Do they really expect me to make a complete mockery of myself by entering through the back door of my own palace?
While initially thought dead, King Bradley makes a not-so-heroic return to the Central just as the rebels are on the cusp of winning.
Fear Bradley, bro. It was somebody to fear, bro. Dude was tough.
With nothing but a pair of swords and a major chip on his shoulder, The homunculus not only manages to slice his way through the soldiers in his way, but even chases down a tank and makes short work of it. Just goes to show how far a little wrath can go.
Where is he?
Number 1, Madara Uchiha vs Allied Shinobi, Naruto Shippuden.
I knew it. I told y'all, man.
Since the inception of this sequel series, we had heard no shortage of rumors regarding the legendary member of the Uchiha clan, and yet nothing could have prepared us for when he finally made his entrance.
Dude went crazy, bro. It's like one of the top. I don't know any other ones that can top this. Dude beat up everybody.
After being brought back from the dead, Madara decides to celebrate his newfound life by utterly destroying the bulk of the Allied Shinobi alliance. Whether he's using his fists, activating his Susanoo, or even summoning a meteor, Madara easily proved why he's the greatest villain the series has ever known.
But now, just what are you going to do about the second one, Onoki?
But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and reacting with me to this video. If there's anything you want me to react to or whatever, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share, and I'll get with y'all in the next video. I'm out.